A former model has become the latest woman to accuse former President Donald Trump of sexual abuse. According to a report in The Guardian, Stacy Williams, a model back in the 1990s, was introduced to Donald Trump in 1992 by none other than Jeffrey Epstein. Lovely. She and Epstein were casually dating at the time. Williams said the following year, 1993, Trump, upon another of their meetings, had pulled her towards him and groped her. Okay. Not to get into too much detail about what had actually happened, but basically he was putting his hands in places that they were not wanted, that he did not have consent to put them. So now that said, of course, Trump, he famously says, "Oh well, you could just do it if you're a star. They let you do it." Not so much. Now Williams had previously shared part of her allegations on social media, but shared further details on a Monday call with a group of survivors, or a group called Survivors for Kamala, according to the report. Here's what she said to the group, quote, "He made me feel so disgusting, and I remember being so utterly confused. I felt shame and disgust, and as we went our separate ways, I felt the sensation of revisiting it, while the hands were all over me, and I had this horrible pit in my stomach that it was somehow orchestrated. I felt like a piece of meat." So now that's in reference, by the way, how it was orchestrated by apparently Epstein, which again would not be a shock knowing what Epstein was about. She said that this was some part of some twisted game created by Epstein to allow Trump to basically defile her. I mean, it's really disgusting. Now she is one of the at least 26 women who have accused Donald Trump of sexual misconduct, including assault, since the 1970s. So it's not like he doesn't have a whole list of people making these allegations. The accusations range from unwanted touching, in this case, aggressive kissing, to even sexual assault and rape. For example, author E. Jean Carroll, who successfully sued Trump for defamation after he denied assaulting her in a department store dressing room. So, once again, pretty long history of this. Not only that, but in 2016, look, in 2016, there was a ton of stories that had come out about this, okay? And not only that, but it was just you had that Access Hollywood tape, and yet it seemingly didn't matter. He still won the election. That said, with the end of Roe, things have changed. Republicans launching assault after assault on reproductive rights. I think these stories are now far more effective. Okay. Now, that said, of course, we'll have to see if that any more of these move the needle. Um, but Trump's campaign came out with a statement, obviously, immediately, right? So it's like they're sitting there watching this and making sure that, like, oh, any negative story that comes out, immediate response. Carolyn Levitt, Trump's campaign press secretary, for example, said these accusations are, quote, unequivocally false and were made by a former activist for Barack Obama and were announced on a Harris campaign call 2 weeks before the election. Okay, wait a minute. She had already previously talked about this on social media and then again on this call, which was survivors, again, survivors of sexual assault for Kamala. So it kind of makes sense in that context. All right. She then said, it's obvious this fake story was contrived by the Harris campaign. Sure. Right. But I think my favorite part of this was, well, she was working for Obama.
Obama.
Uh, now, look, did she actually help Obama? Well, I mean, yeah, she was an activist in a group called Clean Tech for Obama, okay, which was an organization made up of professionals who aim to promote clean energy policies, which are definitely not Trump's policies, okay? Now, the group advocated for more sustainable energy solutions, which included a reduction in America's reliance on fossil fuels and a shift towards renewable energy. I would say that seems like a good thing, considering how it's been like 70 degrees in October in the Midwest. That's not normal. Okay, at hurricane season getting longer with more destructive storms, not a good thing. These are not normal things. Okay, that should be happening. Okay, and exactly what people had been predicting, scientists had been predicting when it comes to climate change. So okay, okay, sure, okay, but I'm gonna go off on a climate change tangent, and that's not what this is about. That does not mean that she made this up. There's no evidence to suggest that she made this up. And when you look at how many other allegations Donald Trump has against him for doing pretty similar things, allegedly, seems like there might be some truth to it. You know, sadly, though, we can't exactly ask the witness, in this case, Epstein, for any confirmation, because he's dead. That said, I believe it. Why? Because it already fits the long pattern of Trump's alleged behavior towards women. So, what's apparently one more? Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.